The Double Wire Football 93 Player of the Day is sponsored by Pizzaland. Pizzaland is not just pizzas, they specialise in Italian and Turkish cuisine. There are weekly specials like pasta, kebabs, Turkish breads and more, but best of all, pizzas baked in the traditional wood ovens. They're open from 11 a.m. till late, and they also have a BYO licence you can eat in or take away. For home delivery, telephone 218424. After the footy, stop by Pizzaland 52, Mercer Street in Geelong.
Football 93, back to it where it's happening live.
Has called for the ball back here, right in the heart of Bellpost Hill. Bounce down the centre of the ground, up they go. Field goes up, wins the hit down, goes towards Smythe. Can he run onto a wood? Overruns the ball, picked up by Smythe, the Bellpost Hill. Looks this way, looks that. Little hand pass goes across to Barbaro, down towards the full ball position, picked up by Horton. Horton fires a goal as he kicked the first goal. The final score. You can bet just what tippy he has. Bellpost Hill have fought back from half-time when they looked hopeless. They now trail by, what do they trail by, Ron? Just about 16 points, I think you'll find. Not much in the game at all. First goal of the quarter going to Adam Horton. Final quarter brought to you by Taco Bill, top of the hill in Moorabool Street. Yes, the hot stuff on top of the hill. Yes, Taco Bill, the only place to eat is Taco Bill's Moorabool Street, Geelong, and we do thank them for their support. And what support, I'd say, on Adam Houghton's giving Bellpost Hill a full forward. Normally in the fence, he's kicked his first, and the Bellpost Hill 7th. They've moved to 7-7-49 now. Trading Mottawarri 8-15, 63, 15 points in a cookie. Early stages of the last quarter. Yeah, ball goes out of the centre. Bellpost still going to fall, but Michael Wood's there to send the ball back from where it came. But a good sliding mark taken by Cameron Carr. The Bellpost Hill half-back Baker played a fair game too. Puts a foot into it, up towards half forward. Who can grab this? Oh, backy back. Good mark taken in defence for Mottawarri by the big fella going back at that big bird. Is that the big bird? It certainly is. It's centre-half back. A kick behind the game. Takes the mark. Kicks the ball towards centre wing. Up goes Primer in front. Knocked away from him. Spills to Jackson. Jackson's hand pass from Mottawarri. It's a good one to Berryman. Berryman's not so good. Puts Glenn McLean out of the hammer. Good enough to come back on the left foot. Spears a pass in towards centre wing position. And the mark's been taken by Brace Basili. Yeah, Basili, good football there from McLean, who was cool in the crisis. Gives it to Basili, kicks long to half forward. Pack of players fly. No one can take the ball. Picking it up now, the big fella is Paul Miller. A quick kick allows down Miller. That looks like Bremer comes in, but the kick missed the coach at centre-half forward in Smythe, and chipping in was Mick Wood, who played on quickly. Away he goes out wide as Glenn McLean. Kicks the ball back towards the centre of the ground for Mottawarri. Up they go. Mark has been paid down there. Almost one taken, two by Joey Perez. Hand pass comes back to Benyon in the centre of the ground. Kicks towards half forward. Mark taken by Brady. Plays on immediately. Oh, kick by Brady. Joey back taking the mark. Adam Horton takes another one. Can he kick his second goal in about 16.7 seconds multiplied by 43, Ron? There's about 2 minutes, I'd say. Horton, a little bit loose checking there too by the defender who was on the mark. And I think you'll find Horton shoots a goal. Out. Oh, Adam Houghton. Whoa. Adam Horton, second goal. It's not about loose checking. The kick was a long one, Ron. Horton knew he was going to kick it long. He got back and dummy back nicely. You pick up the defender. It's 8 goals, 755 points on the board to Bellpost Hill. Mottawarri, we've got 8-15-63 on the scoreboard here. 8 points the difference. Wow, this is close. Have they come from nowhere, Bellpost Hill? They will not give up, Ronnie. They're fighting hard, and Dave Primer has certainly had a hand in the revival. The defender for Mottawarri, Dwayne Walsh it was, who was infringed on those last 2 goals for the Bellpost Hill side. Hovey gets the ball out of the centre. He has done all day down the half forward. But a good mark taken by the Stinger B. Rod B at half back takes the mark for Bellpost Hill. Kicks to centre wing. Up goes Berryman, can't mark. Oh, tackled when not in possession may have been Brady. Play on the call. Chance here for Mottawarri to go further into attack. They do so through the agency of McLean towards half forward. Oh, Kelvin McLean couldn't take the mark, got the hand pass away, but it comes back to B. The Stinger kicks the ball. Primer drops in at centre half back flank takes the mark, plays on immediately. He's got 2 options. One is Barbaro, who marks, and away goes Barbaro. Yes, he does. It kicks it long, but he should have looked for a better option because he's kicking straight down the throat of the resting ruckman for Montawari. And McBird. Bird now goes short to centre half back and unopposed Michael Wood for the Montawari Warriors. Looks to the outer side of the ground, tries to spiral torpedo. It comes off too because it found Ray McPhee. Breaks clear, he does it. Centre wing, kicks long to the pocket. Philip Walsh leads, takes the mark, plays on. Pivots quickly, has a bounce, steadies from 30 metres, shoots a goal, but he's offline, and a minor score of the boot of Philip Walsh. Missed opportunity there for Philip Walsh, but hey, what about the mark of Ray McPhee? Yeah, those three opponents trying to mark a mongrel torpedo punt. Did it easy and then played on. Great play, Ray McPhee. Poor kick, Philip Walsh. Kick in from fullback. Up they go. No one able to take a mark out wide. Primer gets the hand pass out wide. It's a good one looking for Carr. He's thrown off the footy. Picked up by Neil Barth. Gives it across to the big fella Meeson. And Meeson goes on the left foot towards half forward. Not a particularly good kick. Close to the boundary line. Going in time. Milton grabs the footy, but it's too close to the fence. And it's over the line out of bounds. Boundary show in. Half forward flank. Final quarter brought to you by Tarko Bills. Shows 65 plays 55. 10 points the difference. Montawari still in front. Ball back into play. Field does battle with Meeson. Meeson gets the ball direction there, but it's Perez for the Belpost Hill side. Bundle out of contention, but breaking clear now for them was Travail on the left foot. Goes short, but he's kicked a poor one. And Bryce Purcell now breaks clear for Montawari. Half forward flag out of side. On the left foot, goes short and finds his teammate at half forward. Neil Barth plays on quickly, and the leading David Cook doesn't let him down. Well played, Barth. Spotted Cookie on his own, and Cook unloads with a long bomb to the goal square, backing back. Oh, almost taken the mark. Big fella down there, McLean couldn't quite hang on to it. Here comes Miller. Miller picks it up, has a bounce, has two bounces. Oh, Spindle on the second occasion, kicks it off the ground out towards half-back. Berryman comes into meeting, ran straight past him. Berryman goes back, gets it, hand pass to Meeson. Meeson steadies, long left foot kick from Meeson in order. Long left foot kick is there, but way offline. He's missed the whole scoring line, Ronnie. Out of bounds on the 4 by the Moose, and he might yet be singing on K-Rock on Monday morning. It could well be. I just copped the biggest raspberry level. Want to hear from the supporters here this afternoon. Binion kicks the ball out for Belpost Hill. Up they go. Big fella up and cart mark there in field. Tap to the ground. It's about centre half forward now for Montawari. David Cook goes in, tries to claim the footy. Is not allowed to. Desperate opposition in there. Meeson gets up. Cameron Carr at the bottom of the pack did very well. And a ball up decision. And we played 7.5 minutes of the final quarter, roughly. Then a half back for the Belpost Hill side. Tony Field jumps high, punches it forward, but it's all Montawari. Glenn McLean gives it to Berryman, kicks quickly around the corner under pressure. Good. But I tell you what, Cameron Carstad is found at half back for Belpost Hill. Plays on quickly, but again, disposal letting the Belpost Hill side down. She's shipped it straight to the throat of Mick Bird. Yeah, it's his 4th mark for the quarter on, playing loose man across half back, doing well. Bird kicks the ball to half forward, looking for Meeson. He's up, can't mark. Ty Milton is there too. Been a little bit of a quiet player, Ty Milton, needing the lift in this last quarter because the game is getting lively, says Dunn Gilbert and Ben Hall. 55 plays 65. Montawari lead by 10 points. Bounce down. Up they go. Knockdown goes towards Carr. He can't pick it up. Miller knocks it forward away from his captain coach in David Cook. The ball at forward zone. Picked up here by Smith. He can't quite gather it in. Picked up and flying shot for goal by Barth. Neil Barth fires. Neil Barth's goal on the left foot, and that is a beauty. And a timely one for Montawari. Belpost Hill have been doing all the attacking, but Barth has answered the challenge with a very smart left foot goal. Yeah, great goal, Neil Smith, and a badly needed one too because, Belpost Hill again. Montawari moved now to 9-17-71. They lead Belpost Hill 8-7-55. 16 points the margin, 9.5 minute mark in the last quarter. 16 points the difference, and off goes Barth after kicking that goal, and back on comes Andrew Garaldi. Back to the centre. Who can get this out of the middle? Akarachi's running onto the footy. Or tackle a player a bit high. Play on the call. Primer's hand pass was not particularly effective. In goes Perez. He can't handle it. Little kick coming out of the pack here by Kelvin McLean towards half forward. But steaming out of the fence is the Shaka. Marlon McPherson up towards half forward. Players rise. Brady had the hands on it. Picked up by Joey Barbaro. Barbaro fires Belpost Hill to attack. Long kick. Adam Horton's got it again. He's outmarked his opponent again. And he's directly in front, Ronnie. 25 metres out from goal. No doubt about our score. Can he kick it straight enough? The defender come back on. Just 2 goals, 1. Can he make it 3?
Yes, I think he'll find he can. He comes in from 25 metres directly in front, shoots to the hill. And Adamhout kicks his third. And what a great show of strength. Adamhout in that encounter.
Used the body brilliantly, didn't he? Kept his opponent away from the footy long enough for him to, when he had the front position, just put the rump stake out, we might say. Kept his opponent away from it, took a good grab and made no mistake there. And Dwayne Welsh, who's usually a very solid fullback, has not had the best of days today for the Mottawarri Football Club. And the scoreboard, 9-7-61 to Bell Post Hill. Mottawarri 9-17-71. Brought to you by Taco. Bell's top of the hill of Mirabel Street. 10 points the difference, final quarter. We've got the thriller here, Ronnie, and we're going to go on with it. And you're going to take this ball into the centre of the ground for me.
10-minute mark of the final term. The bounce, a good one. Tony Field gets it to ground. Again, backup players throwing themselves in there. Pat Smith there for the hill. Likewise, I think you'll find was the number 11 games, I think, in Troy Havey. Likewise, Glenn McLean, who's worked well for the Mottawarri side. The umpires call for a bounce.
There he goes, puts it down into the centre of the ground. Who can get it out? Hand pass might have been Primmer, was it? Got it out wide. Smythe dummies around Wood. Smythe long towards Horton, backing back with the flow of the footy. Top line, it's hit the behind post on the full, I think, Ron. But one of the boundary umpire, he's 75 metres behind at least. Comes in, it was on the full, and a free kick there to Dwayne Welsh, kicks out the half-back. And Pat Jackson takes the mark for Mottawarri, and he's going to relieve the pressure away out there, fast out of the ground, half-back flank.
The drop punt's a lovely kick too from Jackson. Looks out there wide there for Ray McPhee, who doesn't let him down and takes a nice grab centre wing. Plays on, it was David Cook in actual fact, kicks it to half forward. The push there was quite obvious against the Bell Post Hill defender, and Damien Durbridge is infringed, and we see that, well, that looked like Mr. Welsh, Philip Welsh now, kicks to centre half forward. Kelvin McLean, who butted up well there at ground level for the Mottawarri side, shoots at goal on his left foot, but is well off target. I think you'll find it's hit the behind post at the apex and will be thrown in.
Yes, an apexian throw in this one, and the boundary umpire puts it back into play. In front, Meeson, knocked away from him, taken away Cameron Carr, dashing across the goal mouth, has a bounce, looks to Steady, hand passes back inboard, looking for Primmer, the bounce wasn't kind, Primmer good enough to get it, his hand pass out wide goes towards McPherson, and Shaka McPherson, little kick round half back, was a good one, and the way they go Bell Post Hill, the kick not particularly effective, Mottawarri a chance to come back into attack, they do so, and a mark taken in forward pocket, half forward flank wide, Ronnie. Who's that shot at Walshy, is it? I think it might be. Yes, it is. He's just telling the umpire how to umpire as well as taking the mark at the same time. And standing the mark is McPherson as Walsh is going to come in. He's going to kick it his right foot again. No, he goes around the man on the mark. Plays it immediately. Gets past him. Fires with the right foot at the goal mouth. Right across the face of goal. Is it a mark or is it out on the full? Out on the full from Singer B. And the boundary umpire then agreed with him because the Mottawarri player had taken the mark.
Well, 50-metre penalty has been infringed on the Mottawarri. Resting Ruckman for one player's time to him. And the Bell Post Hill defender to centre half back. And I think you'll find he kicks it long too. It's the order of the afternoon. Looks to Benyon. Oh, great strength in front. And that was through Paul Miller, whose kick was dropping short, and Glenn McLean takes his mark, plays on quickly, not probably a good option. It's allowed Tony Field to come in with a quick hand pass to the running Gus Primmer. He goes over the top with another hand pass to Smythe. Smythe looks out wide, sees Perez. Perez goes short, and I think you'll find that looks like Super Louie from here. And has taken the easiest of chest marks at half forward. He's no more than 30 metres out, Coogie directly in front. And Steve O'Leary, a real opportunity to make his this afternoon. And like a true professional, he showed us his number in case we missed it. Comes in, fires on the right foot. The kick's a good one. Well done. Second goal for him. And by golly, Ronnie, here comes Bell Post Hill. They're coming home like a train. The Panthers are purring at the hill. 10-7-68, 9-17-71. 3 points the difference. And I tell you what, won't Mottawarri supporters be worried about those early ones they missed when at half-time they kicked 6-14 to
to 3 goals too. 20 shots to 5 at half-time. They just lead by 3 points now. Back into the centre of the ground. Final quarter, halfway over.
Yep, 15-minute mark in the final term. Umpire Allison puts ball to ground. A good bounce as well. Field does battle with Bird. The loose ball. No one took a decisive tap. Cameron Carr had the ball stolen from him by Glenn McLean. He goes over the top with a hand pass to David Cook. Loose at half forward. Kicks long. Good work, McPherson. Dumps the ball. Welsh caught one a bit high. Threw the ball away. And it goes straight to Cameron Carr, who kicks long and wide. And away go the Hill.
Oh, they're coming into attack quickly. Bell Post Hill. Down they go. Up goes Rump. Tries to slap it away. But a good mark taken in defence by Dwayne Welsh. He takes the mark. Oh, he kicked into the man of the mark. With the play on. Benyon picks it up. Benyon fires into the goal mouth. Horton running back onward. Oh, bounces away from all players. Over the boundary line for a throw in. And there's plenty of pressure out there, Ronnie. And a chance there for Stewie Benyon. The kick wasn't too good, but the rebound was pretty smart. Unfortunately for Benyon, kicked offline. Boundary throw in. Right forward pocket. Bell Post Hill. 3 points in arrears and doing all the attacking in the final quarter.
Yes, ball some 15 metres from the Bell Post Hill goal. Lurie's in there working hard at ground level for the Hill. Likewise, Glenn McLean. Caught one a little bit high. And yes, we'll get the free kick in the back pocket for the Mottawarri side.
Bell Post Hill supporters going crook. Didn't think there was much doubt about that one. Looked to be tackled too high that time. Had a clear view of it on the screen, the guest video screen here with the cameraman doing a great job as McLean kicks the ball out towards half back. Mark taken out there by, was that Stinger B? Took the mark, kicks the ball to centre half forward. Up they go. Picked up here by Guff. Cookie, 11-7-74, Bell Post Hill, with Mottawarri, 17-71. 3 points in it on the Targo final quarter scoreboard. We're travelling, not very long at all, Cookie. There's about 7.5 minutes of this final term gone. Plenty of football left here this afternoon. Yeah, well, Ronnie, Bell Post Hill supporters in front of us getting very excited. I'll tell them what, it's never over to the fat lady sings. Up they go. Big Field goes up, wins the hit down. Away by McLean, he's tackled loose. It goes good. He's tackled loose. It's pretty fierce out there. Chance to break away by Hovey. Oops, the daisy. Umpire says I'll ball it up.
Troy, have you been quiet, Cookie, last half?
Just the last quarter, Ron. I thought his third quarter was all right, but he's gone out of it in the last quarter. He's had plenty of the footy beforehand. Bird goes up, tries to get a fresh air shot. In goes Field. They stack in on top of it. At the bottom of that pack two there, helping out Tony Field, holding the footy in, and we'll have a ball up decision of Steve Lurie. Gets up and shows us his number once again.
Yes, Stephen, a real professional, loves to show the boys how it's done. Umpire Allison with the football at centre half forward. Bell Post Hill doing the attacking, and Tony Field dumps it towards their goal. In the direction of Lurie. Lurie lost his footy. Good pressure, Bell Post Hill, as I should say. Good decision by McLaughlin, and penalises Lurie for holding the leather, and when McLean should get the free kick.
Might have been unlucky there, Lurie, as McLean kicks the ball out towards centre wing position, but not a particularly good kick, Ronnie. Bell Post Hill are going to come back into attack here. Little kick across the primer to Marks. He's at least 2 kicks away from goal, maybe 2.5. Oh, he's headed back as if he's going to have a shot. I think that's a blind. It is. He kicks the ball to centre half forward. Spies up in front. Dumped away by Wood. Over the shoulder was called. Not by the umpire, though. They're stacking on top of it down there. Berryman's in the thick of things there with Rump. And the umpire going to ball it up as Wood picks himself off the bottom of the pack with Joey Perez, who's been a lovely contributor this afternoon for the Bell Post Hill Panthers.
Yes, certainly has. The bounce, a good one. We see Tony Field again rises high. The loose ball still in the centre of the ground. McQueen gives it across to the running dasher with Bryce Bazella, who kicks up centre half forward. Oh, nearly a mark taken there for the big fella tied to him. Played by umpire Allison. A free kick to Bell Post Hill, and Lou Ricketts it is.
Oh, I thought he played that the other way. He ran the other way now. I think the crowd might have talked him into that. Up the centre wing, Primer's hand pass over the top. Goes past Rump. Picked up here. Hand pass on by Barbaro. He's got to bring his teammate going down the ground in field. Long kick by Bird to the forward pocket. They're screaming for it. Arkarachi's down there. He can't pick it up. It's tapped away from him by Welsh. Over the line out of bounds. Boundary showing. And I wonder about that decision down here. I thought it was going to go the other way. The Bell Post Hill supporters pretty happy it went there. And now it's in their forward pocket.
Well, Lindsay Cole back on the ground for the Mottawarri side. Quite surprised to see him off the ground. Cookie, there's the ball back into play. Trying to break his way through. There was Mick Wood. Lost the footy. Pat Smith now stepping off the hill. He lost the ball through great patience from Mottawarri. The ball spills to Arkarachi, who punts it up to the piece of goal. Good again. Defensive football, Mottawarri. So he's working hard. Wayne Welsh. Paddle the ball forward. Troy Hovey's there. He goes over the top to his teammate at half back. Hand pass to Girardi. Girardi's kick though. A short one. Allows Lurid out a chip in for the Bell Post Hill side. He decides to hand pass. Houghton well up the ground. Back to Brazil. The hand pass, a poor one. And coming through, Glenn McLean does it well for Mottawarri.
Hand passes out to the far side of the ground. Good enough to go back and get it as McLean. Little kick around the body. Doesn't go much distance. Might be Carr taking the mark now. Half forward. Fires to the occasion and rises over the back and takes a beauty. He's way out at half forward on the angle, acute distance. A little bit testy because he's got to put everything into it. Distance he should kick, but whether he can kick it accurately enough is another thing.
Yes, certainly, Cookie. With
2 points the difference.
Yes, 22-minute mark of the last quarter, and there's something in this great game here this afternoon as Dale Smythe comes in with a drop punt to the teeth of goal. Packet players fly off hands and through for a minor score.
3 points to Dale Smythe. That was a big kick, Ron. A lot of pressure there. He had to kick that a long way to score, and he did it pretty well in the finish. As we're waiting now for the ball to come back into play. And Ray McPhee puts the foot in with the Mottawarri. Elects to go long, out towards the far half-back flank. Little Glenn McQueen up can't mark. Chance here for Pat Smith of Bell Post Hill together. He can't do so very sweetly. They stack in on top of him at the bottom of the pack. Glenn Travail getting up, who was in there to lend a hand. And a ball-up decision will be the occurrence way up their half-forward flank. Bell Post Hill are kicking a bit away from their goal.
Yes, so ball now. Not moving very far at all, Cookie. Pack of players are formed on that outer side of the ground. And umpire McLaughlin is going to call for them to bounce. Around about 65 metres from the Bell Post Hill goal. Can Mottawarri get back into this game of football? The loose ball picked up off. You'll find that looks like Smythe again. Kicked up there looking for Brady. But good defensive football. McCree thumped it away. And it's out of bounds. 20 metres from the Bell Post Hill goal.
You wouldn't believe this if you weren't here, Ron. Mottawarri having all the play in the first half. Should have been 7 or 8, 10 goals in front at half-time. They weren't. And Bell Post still have just kept coming. Knockout over the back. Chance for Benyon to pick it up. He overrun the footy. In they go. Bryce Basilla's on the bottom of the pack there for Mottawarri. He pushes it forward. It's out towards half-back now. Hand pass over the top is ineffective. Ray McPhee goes in, can't gather. Picking it up. Pushing the back for mine. Should get a free kick and will do so. Well played, Troy Hovey. Pushed the ball in front of him. Knew he was going to get nabbed. Just kept paddling it away, and Hovey's going to relieve from the back pocket out towards centre wing position.
The kick, though, drops short, allows now Boo to come in, and Stinger picks up, he gives it to Perez. The low trajectory drop punt, looks to Benyon, but Basile's there for the Mottawarri side, who's steady, looks to centre half back and finds Calvin McLean unattended. That's 50 metres, Ronnie. Well, that's the 50 metres on here. Yes, and I think you'll find that umpire McLaughlin has hurt you, Cookie. That's exactly what he's doing, and giving a 50-metre penalty. They can't afford that at this stage of the game.
Well, there's no doubt about the 50 metres, there's no argument there at all. And he kicks the ball long, just Calvin McLean down towards half forward. Over the back, Cameron Carr, a chance to butter up. Kicks the ball out wide, kicks it out wide. Millen's a chance here for the Mottawarri club if he can pick it up. He can't gather it sweetly enough. And, free kick being paid to Millen.
Hell without the ball against Boo Ricketts.
Cameron Carr gives the ball back to Big Ty Millen. Punt kicks the ball long. They need a goal to Mottawarri. Into the teeth of goal. Who can mark it? Nobody. At the back, a chance for Joey Barbaro. Breaks away from the back pocket and drives Bell Post Hill out of danger.
But it's all Mottawarri now is picking the football up. I think you'll find McCoon gave it to his teammate there who punts it up there. I think you'll find the high flyers was, couldn't take the ball, but it comes back to Cook now at ground level. Cookie's kick under pressure. Good work there from, that looks like Travala is doing work there for Belpost Hill. As the loose ball picked up by Shane Phillips. Phillips, though, kicks it. Swung as he kicked the footy on his left side of his body, and it's gone to the forward pocket and out of bounds 40 metres from the Monowari goal.
25 minutes gone, final quarter. 74, play 71. Monowari in attack. Belpost Hill lead by 3 points. An amazing revival as the boundary umpire throws it back into play. Bird can't gather. Benyon can. Loses the ball to the tackle. They stack in on top of them. It's pretty tight. And a Curry free kick has gone to Gus Trevor. And a pretty decisive kick at the 25-minute mark. He's going to relieve the pressure midway between half-back and back pocket. Far side of the ground for Belpost Hill.
Looks at the Edison leading Dale Smythe over the back of the pack there with Hovey. Hovey plays on quickly now. Goes short with a hand pass to Bird. Bird's kicked a poor one. Benyon chips in for Belpost Hill. Goes short out to the outer side. Centering and finds the coach. It's Dale Smythe.
And Smythe steadying the ship, kicks the ball down towards half forward. Oh, good mark, Brady. Out in front, took a good mark in front of Sean Phillips on that occasion. Certainly lifted since half-time has Brady. Fair way out, wants to put the boot in, it does so. Up towards half forward, not a particularly good kick. In fact, it's up the side of the boot. I think it's out on the full run. Boundary umpire adjudicating it is. Karachi stands to mark as Michael Wood takes the free kick midway between half-back flank and back pocket. He spears it a little short pass to Phillips, who missed one he should have taken. He got it back through hands, has to kick with the left foot in a hurry, out towards half. Centre wing position. Mooshan goes, summers it off the ground, over the line, out of bounds on the full or boundary throwing. We'll wait on the boundary umpire's decision. Well, it goes down on the full, but Mason didn't kick it evidently. His opponent did, and Hovey will take the kick way out there in centre wing.
I'm a bit surprised as you are, Cookies, to see all the high flyer at the base of the pack there was, the back of the pack for David Cook. Couldn't hold the leather, and pack of players have formed it half forward. Monowari doing the attacking late stages of the final term. There's 3 points in it. Belpost Hill's favour. Can they burst Monowari's bubble?
27 minutes gone, final quarter. The kick comes back towards half forward. Lurie's a chance here for Belpost Hill. Can he pick it up? He does. Has to kick with the right foot. Kicks in a hurry. The ball looks pretty wide. There's a bounce inside the boundary line. It does. Back goes Michael Wood. Tackled but not in possession. Slaps it back, but it goes straight to Brady. Brady's hand pass over the top. Lands down to a keeper. There's a flying shot at goal by Lurie. He's pushed off the footy at the last minute. And it comes to Dwayne Welsh. He hand passes to Michael Wood. He's very cool as he kicks the ball out to half-back flank. And Hovey's going to send them into attack. And Monowari will not be denied.
Yes, it was a Cookie there in front. Couldn't take the ball. Glenn Travale, the fish, chips in. A little quick kick. Punched forward there by Mooson. The Moose looks for support. He's got it through Basile. But great desperate football out there for the Belpost Hill side. And the members here just giving rewards, just rewards to the Grim Travale. The fish really desperate in defence there, Cookie, and also over the line and out of bounds.
Ronnie, 28 minutes gone on the Taco Bills final quarter. They need to take a chance. Monowari need to swing the play. It's been on the far side of the ground too long. Boundary throw in. Picked up a little kick by Andrew Garrardi. Doesn't go far. Miller intercepts for Belpost Hill. Unloads with a long bomb. It bounces another 30 metres. Oh, coming out to meet the footy. Pushes the back for mine. Play on the call. Monowari a chance here as they gather. Hand pass from Hovey it was. Back he goes inboard. Looking for a teammate close to the fence. Basile gathers it. His hand pass ineffective. Is chipping in Pat Smith. And Belpost Hill might get out of this. A Smith kicks to centre wing. But again, Michael Wood chip in. Playing a good last quarter. It's knocked away from a teammate there at half forward. Chance for Joey. Joey go Barbaro. Gets it across. And Belpost Hill go to attack. Stewie Benyon kicks long out in front there of his opponent. Ray McSwee comes to ground. Brady kicks the ball to the goal square. It's racing forward. But good work there in defence for Pat Jackson. Monowari defender sees it over the line out of bounds in the member side forward pocket. 25 metres from the Belpost Hill goal. 29 and a half minutes of gone. Belpost Hill leading by 3 points. Taco Bill final quarter. Boundary throw in. Deep in the forward zone. Belpost Hill in attack. It's tapped back towards the fence. It's picked up by Primer. The clever Primer. Hand pass is back in books. Karachi bends off a tackle. Karachi fires with the right foot. At the outside. Oh, just tremendous play. Karachi pushed his opponent off with a hand. Out of the goal. And Jackson to the left-hand side. Bell Post Hill lead by 4 points. Late stages, final quarter. Taco Bell bringing you the action. Ray McPhee, the fullback, elects to go straight down the ground. It's a lovely kick to the ball now. Not quite in the centre as we see working hard. Tony Bill for the Bell Post Hill side. Great work from the big ruckman as he's jumped on the footy. And Bob McLaughlin will call for a bounce. Siren time. 29 minutes must have gone in this final quarter as they bounce it down. Who can get it out of the middle? McLean can. Little kick towards half forward. It's only one straight kick away. Mason takes the mark in the centre. They need a goal. Do Monowari. Long kick by Mason. David Cook has taken it perfectly over the top. And away goes Cook. He wants to play on quickly. He's measuring his options. He's looking for Walsh. He kicks long into the goal square. Over the back of the pack. No one able to take the mark. And it's punched through. It's punched over the line out of bounds. Boundary's showing. I think they'd have been happy with it behind there, the Bell Post Hillers, because a boundary's showing right next to the point post. Really, can you get Monowari up on Mason now? Tries to grab it out of the good defensive play there, though, from the Bell Post Hill boys. Happy to see it go over the line. Monowari 9-17-71. 12 Bell Post Hill 11-9-75. And it's 31 minutes to go. It's picked up a flying shot at the goal here. We've got to work straight up the air. Who wants this at the back of the pack? They stack it on top. Up goes the ball. Bell Post Hill have done a Lazarus. Bell Post Hill have done a Lazarus. They have ended Monowari's winning streak. They have come from 30 points down at half-time. It should have been 60. They have fought back. They have never given up. And in the final analysis, Bell Post Hill have won an absolutely thrilling encounter here out at their home ground. Ronnie Brain, what a game. It was, Cookie, a great game of football, and it just goes to show you that bad kicking for goal can sometimes be very costly, and it's been very costly here this afternoon for the Monowari Football Club. They've had 26 scoring shots to 20, but have gone down in the final analysis by 4 points in the GDFL. Double RFM match of the day for the 93 season. 20 in the last quarter. Monowari added just 1 goal to. Bell Post Hill were able to steer through 5 goals 3. So big last quarter for Bell Post Hill. Since half-time, Monowari added just 3 goals 3. But since half-time, Bell Post Hill added 8 goals 7. You wonder what happened at half-time. We had a talk to Hartley Cooper in there, didn't we? And Hartley agreed that had they kicked straight, Monowari would have been 10 goals in front probably. It looked all over, but 4 points to Bell Post Hill. Dale Smythe got the boy. I don't know what he said at half-time. I would have liked to have been in there confident in my good ear. I've only got 1, but he certainly got them fired up. Final score, 11-9-75 Bell Post Hill. You'd think they won a grand final here. Defeating Monowari 9-17-71. As Ronnie said, 26 scoring shots to Monowari, yet only 20 to Bell Post Hill, and they've done it well. They've fought back. And Ronnie, goal kickers. Well, first of all, to the victors here this afternoon, the Bell Post Hill Panthers up forward. 3 great goals in that last quarter. Adam Houghton, 3 goals to his personal tally. 2 goals to Steve Lurie and Dominic Akarachi. Singles.
5A5. Sporting, of course, Football 93 on Double YRFM.
For exclusive custom framing, call Paul and Jane Shanahan at Frameline. With 14 years' experience behind them, Frameline have a wide range of frames on display and use the latest framing techniques to suit your requirements. They also have prints and mirrors to blend in with your decor. Frameline are located at Shop 1, 317 Packington Street, Newtown. Or for expert advice, call Paul or Jane on 224157. Frameline are proud sponsors of 3YR.
The James Officer Carpet Warehouse has been Geelong's trusted floor covering specialist since 1969. With leading brands of carpets and vinyls, we also specialise in parquetry and cork flooring. Take your house plan into James Officer Carpet Warehouse or call us for a no-obligation free measure and quote. The James Officer Carpet Warehouse is located at 401 Moorabool Street, opposite the Cardinia Park scoreboard. The James Officer Carpet Warehouse are proud sponsors of YR.
What
What a great lunch, Paul. My roast was superb. How was your grill?
Well, that satisfied me. I'll be right for the game.
And those mouth-watering sweets. We must go back to the Common Lefane next week because they're open all week for lunch from 11:30 till 2.
And the price is so reasonable. I'll tell the rest of the gang they're located at 209 Bellarine Street, East Geelong. The Common Lefane are sponsors of Double YR.
The Double YR Football 93 Player of the Day is sponsored by Pizzaland. Pizzaland is not just pizzas, they specialise in Italian and Turkish cuisine. There are weekly specials like pasta, kebabs, Turkish breads and more, but best of all, pizzas baked in the traditional wood ovens. They're open from 11 a.m. till late, and they also have a BYO licence you can eat in or take away. For home delivery, telephone 218424. After the footy, stop by Pizzaland 52 Mercer Street in Geelong.
Football 93, we get on back to it where it's all happening, and of course the final session. Of course, we talk about the ins and outs of today's football and a look at tomorrow. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Shane. Welcome back to the Bell Post Hill Oval. Dale Smythe, the coach of Bell Post Hill, has joined us, and I'm going to call him Mandrake because he orchestrated the greatest escape here of all time today when Bell Post Hill came from 30 points behind at half-time to win in a thriller by 4 points. Welcome to the microphone, Dale.
Thanks very much, Quiggy.
Well, at half-time, I said to Ronnie Brain during the call, you must have said something, and it wouldn't have been too complimentary, I don't think. You trailed by 30 points. I think you'd probably agree. You may not, but I think you should have been at least 40 or 50 behind had Montawari been able to kick straight for goal. What did you do at half-time to lift your charges into a spirited second half?
Well, we went in there at half-time, and a lot of the boys were a bit flat, but I had a quiet talk to them, and then Dave Primmer took over, and he let them have it, lock, stock and barrel, and said to the guys that we talked about this game last night, and we really needed to persevere and stop the turnovers, or when we turned it over, stop giving it back to them so easily, and we did it after half-time, and our persistence was great. You know, the results were there.
Dale, special comments ban 1 week, mentor coach the next. I suppose special comments would be a little easier than today.
Yes, my word, it's advice when you're not playing in those sort of games, I can tell you that. But as I said, like, the guys at the club have honestly started to believe in themselves that we are a good team. And it just means that they've got to play the 4 quarters out to make sure that we do, or we can't give teams like Montawari, we talked about last, we can't give Montawari a 2, 6-goal, 5-goal start and try to peg them back. But to the guys' credit, they've really persevered today, and it was a great effort.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dale, but I think you as a leader also today, leaving yourself at centre-half forward may have helped the balance of the side because you were a focal point there.
At half-time, or during I can't remember what I changed now, but the bench pulled the move. I didn't do it myself, actually, so credit to the guys on the bench. They just felt that Mark Brady is a better runner around the ground, and he wasn't doing too much of centre-half forward for us, and if we felt that if we could put him on the flank, give him a bit more room to move in and take the focal point off him, that he might be able to get himself into the game. And as I said, like I suppose being around football for a while, having a bit of experience, I just plugged myself in there, and as I said, I'm not quick, but if they kick the ball to me, if I can mark the ball, that's my best asset.
It worked very well because I felt that your influence in the game was vital in the Bell Post Hill getting back into it because of the way that you trapped it. You gave them somewhere to kick to, running into the spaces, and you set up a lot of forward thrusts and goal-kicking opportunities for your running teammates. And I felt that maybe you want to try and persist in that rather than put yourself on the ball like you did at the start of the game.
Yeah, I've only gone onto the ball the last couple of weeks just to... I've had trouble with my hamstrings and they're not real flash, but I'm not a guy that can work really hard for long periods of time, and I felt that on the ball I can do a bit around the ground and help them players into the ground, our running players. So I said, I'm not a running player, but I like to see the ball out to the players who can run and carry the ball and bring the ball into the forward line. So, as I said, I'm quite happy to play centre-half forward. If the ball's brought in quickly to you, you've got a chance to mark it. As I said, that's one of my strengths, my marking and my kicking. So,
Dale, you just said you're not a quick player. Well, you're quicker than Ron is, I can tell you, getting up the stairs. He's very slow. You're not bad at all. Speaking of running players, I went for Montawari today because of what was missing. Michael Batty unavailable. I think Paul Ravis is still suspended.
Is he still suspended?
Paul went to Queensland and missed a couple of weeks off training. That's the reason he wasn't playing today.
But he's one of your stronger players, isn't he? He's a pretty tough defender.
Well, yeah, he's very tight. He's a very conscious player. He plays tight from the back line, and he's one of the old type defenders. If he doesn't get a kick, he considers that's his job done, and I believe that's a good way to approach the game.
Right. And the other two that I was very worried about missing were the two young kids who I've seen play pretty well this year, David Wall and Adam Prasibokiewicz.
Yeah.
And when they were... You looked at half-time to me, I said to Ron, I said, gee, they're missing them young kids with the run in their legs that take the chance. And you didn't seem to be taking too many chances, and you needed someone to really run onto the footy. And I thought, well, that's why you're trailing by 5 goals, and perhaps should be more. But, gee, your boys fought back well.
Just interested on that point, Cookie, too, sorry to butt in, but just how far away and how serious are those two boys, Wall and Prasibokiewicz?
Adam Prasibokiewicz, he'll play next week, I'd say. He's only got a knock on the hip and it was a bit bruised, and we felt that being a young kid, we didn't want to chance him again this week. David Wall hurt a ligament in his knee, and he was told to have 2 weeks off. Now, he would normally be back next week, but I think he's got a deb on or something next week, so he won't be playing again next week.
Gee, she must be a good looker to miss a game of footy.
Yeah, I suppose Wall is a bit one of those guys who likes to pull the women, but never mind. But as I said, like we had replacements in Joey Barbara who'd been sitting on the bench for us, and he's another one of the younger kids that come out of the junior grade last year. Yeah, today he did. He really worked hard at his game today because he's been a bit tentative in what he's done. He's got the ball, but he's panicked and given the ball away too easy. Today he got the ball and he carried the ball with him a lot because he's a quick player and was able to get free and use the ball a little bit better upfield today.
Actually, Dale, I thought both your Joeys played pretty well. Joey Perez also, he played a terrific game.
Joey's probably one of the guys that probably should have been playing senior football all along, but because of a variation of a few things, he hasn't been able to get to training, which is not detected from his game. He still puts in on the track out here, but he missed one game, and unfortunately when he went away, the guy that came into the team also played well, so it was very hard to rush him back in. But the club's got some good depth. I think the reserves show today that there's still plenty of depth out there today. So really, if we get 1 or 2 injuries, we can fill them up now.
A pleasing sign for a coach in your position. You needed to win today. Percentage not real healthy at the present time, but still you're hanging in there with that 4 points today. Thompson breathing down your neck, Dale. Big challenge ahead of you for the remainder of the season.
Yes, we've planned ourselves 3 weeks ago that the next 4 games we had to win. We've got halfway there. We feel if we can win those 4 games, and hopefully with Thompson maybe losing a few more, we'll get the breathing space, and hopefully the players out there will feel that maybe there's a bit too much gap to bridge, and maybe their efforts won't be as hard as it is. But it's in our own hands now because we do play Thompson here last game. So if it comes down to that, it's going to be in our own hands to win the game. So at home, I'd rather play him here.
Dale, yourself played a good game as a coach. Philip Walsh, obviously an ex-AFL star, there's no two ways about that. He was a great player in the AFL. Hadn't played too many games, just one, I think, with Monterey with the various injuries, hip and ankle. Did you think he'd play today? And 2, did you tag him, or did you just send a player out the whoever played in the back pocket played on him?
We just let him take his own position on the ground. We weren't too worried where he was going to front up. We knew he hadn't played a lot of games, so maybe match fitness was going to be down his side. But, the guy has played AFL football and good AFL football in a number of games. We were just, as he said, his hips and his knees weren't too good. I just instructed players if they got the opportunity to get under him and knock his knees from under him, to take him out just to make him a little bit sore.
Well, he did die out of the game, Ron, didn't he? He started showed a lot of class on several occasions and wound up with 4 goals for, and perhaps should have kicked 6 or 7. But first game back for a long time, I think you'd excuse him for a little bit of tentativeness with injuries. But towards the end of the game, I think you're right, Dale. I think he did die out of the game, and that was a key turning point in the game.
Yeah, well, it's, as I said, it is much fitness. It doesn't matter what level you play at. If you're not getting the work on the ground, there's nothing like the game situation to get your fitness up. And I'm glad we've probably got him now, not in 2 or 3 weeks' time when he's had those extra 3 or 4 games under his belt.
Yes, certainly. Well, mate, look, a great effort, and, you've really made this great game of ours today, Australian rules football, even greater, because you were gone at half-time, well and truly. You persisted, 21 points down at 3/4 time. You've got up. Congratulations. And on behalf of Cookie himself, all the very best, mate, for the rest of the season. Just looking at your final run home, yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, we haven't got too bad. We've got Blue West up here next week and Amateurs, and that's as far as I sort of look at this stage. And if we can get over, as I said, win those 2 games, and I'm not too sure who's Thompson playing the next 2.
Ronnie will tell you in just a minute.
Thompson have got Eastern Suburbs, which will be a tough one. at Thompson and Corio. So, yeah.
So after that game, we could be sitting ourselves 4 games clear of them. And as I said, with only 5 games to go, we've only got to really pick up another 2, and they can't get there. So as I said, it lies with ourselves over the next couple of weeks to play well. And if we can do that, and if you blokes keep coming back and broadcasting our games, because we haven't lost one when you blokes have been here, I think we'll do all right.
Just a small fee, Mandrake, and we'll be back.
Well, and I'll tell you what, as we've mentioned, once you're there, it's open slather. Anything can happen, and I'm sure that with that youth and effervescence, with that sprinkle of experience with yourself and Gus running around directing traffic, who knows what can happen. All the very best, Dale Smythe.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Dale.
Dale Smythe, the coach of the successful Bellpost Hill Football Club, the Panthers that have broken the Cookies band of Mary Warriors at Mottawarri here this afternoon by 4 points. And it's with pleasure that I bring our WIR listeners to the coach of Mottawarri, David Cook. And David Cook, this is going to be an interesting interview.
Yeah, Ronnie, I just wish to God your name was David Cook. Me 3 of us up here then. Cookie, obviously disappointed with that. You should have been that far in front at half-time. It didn't matter. Yet Bellpost still were able to come out after half-time and gradually just whittle you away. What went wrong after half-time? Or what went wrong before half-time? More to the point.
Oh, I think we made a few changes at half-time that probably unsettled us a little bit, and Bellpost still come out and, put it right up to us, and, the better side won on the day. Simple as that, mate. They just wanted the ball more after half-time. Our blokes sort of started to wander. And it's just come down to them getting there first and doing the job.
All right, I said at half-time to Ron, I said you should be that far in front we could really pack up the gear and go home. Poor kicking for goal by Philip Walsh and by Neil Smith, the main culprits there. Not under a lot of pressure, a lot of those shots. Is that just a lack of concentration, or was it windy out there? What was the reason for that poor effort at half-time? You had 6-14 on the board, 20 shots to 5. Only led by 5 goals, should have led by 8 or 10, I thought.
Yeah,
what was the reason for that poor kicking?
I thought that was bad there. We let ourselves down with the kicking. Welsh had come in for his first game, I suppose, a bit of nerves and had thinking about doing the right thing. And, he's still got a bit crook in the ankles, and he missed a few vital goals that we should have gotten. And Smitty on the run, it's just part of the game, I suppose.
Normally he kicks those, doesn't he, Smithy? I mean, he loves kicking a goal.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Still, let's have a look at Mottawarri. I mean, they've been undefeated to date. They haven't been disgraced today, Cookie. I think you'll find that, to us personally, we really appreciate blokes like yourself. It's hard losing a game. You've led them well all year, and you still are, by all means. Come up here today speaking to us. Okay, we've lost the game today, Mottawarri, but gee whiz, they were really battled it out and were not disgraced. And I think as Cookie summed it up pretty well, just bad kicking for goal, really. Cost you the 4 points here this afternoon, and I'm sure that, you're looking forward to September.
Yeah, probably, as Cookie said before, it's probably better that we have a loss now than at the end of the year, but, we'll be regrouping and remembering this day for sure and just pushing on, mate. We're working hard now and making sure it doesn't happen again.
Michael Wood back in the side of those. Is that Woody's first game back?
Yeah, second he played in the reserves last week. Yeah.
Right, yeah, who'll be fitter for that run? He started to get in towards the end there when he went back to the back line. He just started to read the play a bit better and after starting badly.
The second half when we made them few changes, we just started to get a bit slow across the half-forward line, and then their back line played well and they started to run the ball out, find a loose man and just got under it. So.
Right, how far away Darryl Russell, Shane Coots and Hamish Gore, 3 vital players in your side.
Yeah, they'll all be back next week, Cookie. No worries about that.
He said that with a smile too, Ron. He's a good player, Darryl Russell on the wing, Shane Coots in the back pocket's a dasher, and of course Hamish Gore, a real tough ruck rover or half back and go straight ahead at the footy.
Yeah, we'll have them back, and also Brett Bertelmeiser, our full forward, so, we'll look back at picking up a bit more strength, so it'll help us out for next week up against Werribee, mate.
All right, mate. Well, look, Cookie, I know you're pretty keen to get back with the boys and, enjoy the rest of the night.
Most cooks are, Ron. We're always keen to get back with the boys.
Yeah, certainly. Thanks, mate, for your time. I mean, we really do appreciate talking to coaches for the GDFL clubs. And win, lose or draw, it's the spirit of the game. Thank you for your spirit again this afternoon. All the very best from the team for the remainder of the season. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you in September, mate.
No worries. Thanks very much, boys.
Good on you, David Cook. We've been speaking with David Cook, the coach of the Mottawarri Warriors, who sat with their first...